Hello and welcome back to the channel. This time I have a little bit explanation video ongoing here. A little bit tech talk. So as you know, I'm building my race car. And what racing engine needs? It needs fuel, lots of it. Of course, small engine doesn't need that much fuel as the huge V8s are needing, but turbocharged and ethanol engine, it requires a little bit more fuel than normal street cars. So let's begin. Originally, I had a nice plan, and I already have driven the car fast with original tank and original pump. If you have not seen the sender unit before, this is how it looks. Just a warning, when you are opening this, there is lots of fuel. It will hold almost half a liter fuel. When you are lifting this from bottom of the back seat, you will cover your backside of the car a fuel, definitely. And this mounting ring, this is tight. And these connectors, these are pain in the ass because they are these push types. It's very difficult to get these away from back seat of the car. Just to tell you, original pump. So in S40 and V40 they have these 50 liters, 55 liters fuel tank. This is bottom of the car under the back seat. There is an access hole in the back seat, middle of that, where you can take out the original pump unit. So this is the pump sender. It has combined fuel gauge sensor and fuel pump with scavenger container there. So that's it. This is the standard setup. I have here inside the housing little bit more efficient pump than the originally. I have this, it is this Valpro, what this says, 270 liters per minute pump. This is more than enough on the chip-tuned T4. What is problematic on racetrack? You are not going to the straight line like you go with the strip, so the fuel in standard form, it can slash back and forth, side to side, whatever. And the standard pump has the issue that it can't suck enough fuel in high G turns when your tank isn't full. When it's like half full, then there is a problem that fuel goes one side or the another. So that's little bit problematic on the standard pump fuel tank. Well, I had hell of a good idea on my own. I thought that I can fill this standard tank with the foam what they are using on the fuel cells on the generally. So I had that good plan. Of course, the pump sender unit is very small, just 15 centimeters hole. So I had good idea that I will purchase an aftermarket hanger. I would use aftermarket hanger and put the pump on that and making a bigger hole, and that I did. I hacked the original hole. I have here the backing plate for the sender. This is 180 mil and overall diameter is 220. So that was my plan, that I can put the foam in and put that collector pump there and have a blast. Of course, there is a minor problem there. Nice plans, good ideas. This is the pump hanger. Let me demonstrate its bottom now. As you can see, there is a good 10 centimeters gap there. Okay, I thought I cut this length, shorten it, so that I can hang the, well, this is the pump hanger. So getting that upper, but then I noticed that, well, the pump can't be put it there. And even though I had good plans, the pump itself is higher than the height on the fuel tank. Well, this shows the size of the original setup on the tank. So it's much smaller, and this is about right height on the installment, so it was that much higher from the base where I hacked the mounting ring. Here is the close-up shots for the hack job that I made for the standard tank. The cover plate is way too big to fit here. In original form, so I had to heat mold this section here so that I could fit this here nicely. I was very proud of myself when I did this, but it wasn't working. Well, that's not stopping me. I had a good plan. Of course, I don't have that shroud here, but I had an idea that, hey, I 3D print razor here, that I can raise the unit here, so it would be there nicely. and foams around. Then I start thinking that this my hacking work would not be sealing, and putting the razor there would be causing a little bit issues. So, and of course I had a plan that if I test fitting the 3D print, I would be creating the aluminum version of that here. Thinking cost of that, it would be very expensive. So, by the way, these are the hoses for the standard pump. Nice quick connectors to the hard lines. Very handy. But as you already see here, I had plans for the AN fittings, AN8 sender and AN6 return. I have hard lines added to the race car. There's the lines coming to the engine bay. So yeah, car. But I would have this huge tank under the car, very suspicious razor here on the fuel sender unit, and if it's flashing, I have also hot exhaust pipe going round the fuel tank. So there is too many warning signs there, so I decided to ditch this idea, and hello, fuel cell. So I already had the pump hanger and everything. Happens to be so that this is bolt-on solution for this in-tank pump. This is 40 liters, and it has a fuel sender that I didn't have on the the fuel level sensor that I didn't have on the original tank. I was planning also doing some kind of a hack job there to create that there. So this has that pump hanger, filling, and with this setup I decided that let's upgrade a little bit the setup. So here is a Hellcat pump on this fuel tank. So we will having what, over almost 600 liters per minute, and since this has 3 hangers, there is outlets for 3 pumps. If it's not enough, I can put 2 or 3 there, which is very stupid, but it is possible. This tank is also equipped on the bottom inlet and outlet, so we can use external pumps if we want. And inside here, which isn't showing on the camera, sorry, there is this is how the tank or the fuel cell looks like inside. There is those buffers or hinge. They are just cheap hinge that's been welded there, but that is what there is, and yeah, that is much deeper, and there is that well for the external pumps, so they are they are there. Sorry, there is buffers, so this doesn't use foam. There is walls and flaps, so they are preventing the fuel flashing there, and that's good. Yeah, as I mentioned, using AN housing, AN fittings, all upgrading everything. So I'm putting inline filter there. What else? At the moment, what comes to the fuel system, I have hoses coming to the firewall, and from there, this is the standard fuel rail. So originally it has a pressure regulator here on the rail and input on the end, and there's a pressure measurement valve here. I'm either using this standard rail, but I would be modifying that input. I would be welding AN fitting here for the input, and then return would be here on the end, and I would putting the fuel regulator on the firewall in inlet, and also the ethanol sensor, flexi-fuel sensor there on the return line. So I would run, well, of course I'm running ethanol, but if there's a situation that I can't fuel on ethanol, so then it has a sensor that registers the fuel quality. Yeah, that is the current situation on the fuel system on the S40. I haven't decided the injectors yet, but those will be some around 1200 cc. They will be big, but small enough that will work on my application and with ethanol. So that's the ballpark I'm aiming. And while I'm filming this one, I already have started to creating inlet manifold. I will combining Volvo T5 inlet flange to the Skunk's Chinese Scorpio inlet that I have hacked, and I will be merging those. So that will be a fun video to see if I manage to do that. But this was a quick catch up, wrap up, whatever sum up for the fuel system. This will be on the trunk, on the car, and you have seen I have sealed the passenger compartment from the trunk with the midsection there. So this is the reason, so that this isn't fuming into passenger compartment when this is on the trunk. I will create a frame for this. This will be replacing the spare tire, so it will go on the spare tire well. My original planned standard tank housing in bottom of the car, it's long enough to exceed on this, so I will put connectors coming through the bottom of the trunk, and then the flex hose from those connectors to the pump and return. And yeah, fueling will be done opening the trunk and filling the gas tank, or I haven't decided yet. Do I want to try figure it out using the standard filler neck things for this? I think it would be more sensible to remain like this if I want to do any kind of racing with this. This probably is the best way to proceed with this. Okay, I hope you enjoy this video. Like and subscribe. Tell the buddies there's a crazy Finnish guy who's doing stupid shit with the Volvo, so yeah, thanks for watching.